What's up, people? I am back with part 3 of our drawing. You've been following along. You know we did the trees, did the layout. We're up to the mountains. And once again, I'm just going to jump right in. So actually, I'm going to start over here. I'm just going to start in this crease right here because I know this is going to be a dark line. And I don't really have a plan for what I'm going to be doing here as far as where I'm going to make shadows or little snowy parts. So I'm just going to kind of do it as I go. And if I want a more snowy part later, I can always erase it out, and that'll be all right. So I'll do this for a little bit and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just filled in this mountain, and I like the way it looks. It's a little soft on the edges, but once I do this one, I'll come back and I'll see if I can make it look a little better. And you can see down here, I didn't really go full dark. I try to make it as dark as possible because I didn't really want to drown out the edges of the trees here. I mean, you can't really see them that well, but I prefer the look of this rather than having it completely faded out by, really hard pencil marks. So, same thing on this one. I'll put some snow on top and maybe down, and we'll just see how it looks when it comes out. I just finished the second mountain, and I'm also liking how it looks. And you can see it's kind of sharper up here, and then it kind of dulls out as it goes down, which is what I kind of wanted, to give it like kind of a foggy look down here, just so this doesn't get all blended in. I know it doesn't stand out that much, but I kind of want it to all blend into one big picture here. I don't really want it to be too bold or anything like that. But I'll probably come in here and hit up some of these spots that I really want to stand out. And also hit it with the eraser and bring out some highlights. So this is just really final touches type of thing. And you could really keep working it until you really get it to where you want it to be. And, we're not using any blending tools here. And we're only using this HB pencil. So it really isn't half bad for that. I'd say, at least. Alright, so we darkened up our spots a little bit to give it more of a pop. And, I was going to come back in with the eraser and kind of bring out some highlights. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that anymore. So I'm really quite happy with how it came out. So, it's up to you, really. If you want to come in and give it extra highlights and really work it some more, you can. But the only thing I do is just erase these edges up here. Kind of just want to clean it up a little bit. I know this pink eraser is not ideal, but it's what we're going to use. Actually, I think I will come in here. Maybe lighten some of this up a little bit. Part of the problem is this casting a shadow. I can't even really see where I'm erasing. Kind of just guessing. And as I said in the previous video, part 2, is you really don't want a harsh line here on the edge going around the top here, because you don't want that. It just doesn't look as it should with a outline around it. So really at the end of every drawing, you want to just come back and try to erase them as much as possible. And you'll get this nice look up here and really make it look like it's a white edge. Should be our snow. You'll come over here, pull out some highlights. And if you don't like your highlights, you can always come back and put pencil right back over it. But I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm also not going to put a sky either. I kind of like the white top and the white bottom. Kind of, I don't know, I just like the vibe a bit. Vibe of it. Jeez. Since my hand was over here, I kind of flushed out some of the details on this tree. Let's come back in here and touch it up a little bit. I don't want it to be completely flushed out. And you really don't have to follow my pattern on the mountain. If you don't want to, it's just an example. I'm not using a picture or anything like that. It's just kind of just how it came out. Kind of just did some random vein-like structures. And you kind of just sculpt it as you go. But if you want to use a reference and copy a reference, it's totally fine. So we're coming up on the end here. Just doing some final touches. And I think we're gonna call it right there. So yeah, this is a simple landscape that you can do with one pencil, piece of drawing paper. I wouldn't recommend printer paper because it doesn't have the same texture and it just won't look as nice. But also always sign your work too. And yeah, there you have it. A little landscape picture for you, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And lastly, I'm just going to tilt it to get rid of that glare a little bit to really show you what it looks like from when I'm looking at it. You can kind of see over here, it's a lot more darker spots than what is shown if I'm like that because of the glare. So it's a better look for you. All right, peace.